Alright, hello. Today I'm going to go through how to draw different types of triangles, and then you're going to have a shot at drawing some triangles yourself following the, I guess, the skills that you learn in this video. Hopefully you can do some artwork for me related to triangles. Right? Now, before you start, there are a couple things you're going to need, and I know we're in lockdown, so some of these might be hard to come across. Just do the best you can. Improvise where possible. Alright. As long as you understand the process of doing things properly, when it comes to assessment time, it doesn't really matter too much if the measurements are perfect, right? So, you're going to need one of these funky guys, the compass. You know, it's got a pointy thing on the end, and a pencil holder on the too. So, I was lucky enough to have one laying around, being a nerd and everything. So that's good. Then the second thing that you're going to need, a ruler with measurements on it, preferably. Right? So you're going to be using that in lieu of using, so you don't have to use the compass for everything basically. You're also going to use it to be drawing some straight lines. So it's good to have one of these. This one's not very straight, but I'll make do. And then the last one I didn't have, so I'm going to improvise a little bit. You need a protractor. Now I didn't have one, so I've just made my own. It's called the Brotractor, right? Because my friend that's helping me out for this video. So during the times where I'm supposed to use a protractor, you're going to see me using this little piece of paper that I've called the Brotractor, right? I would encourage you to make your own if you don't have one lying around, just so you can get the process right, if that makes sense. So basically, all I did to make this was I went to the side of my page and I used a compass to draw a semicircle, and then I cut it out and I labeled it as close as I could. This is not accurate by any means, but it's all about getting the steps right, and that's the important thing. Okay. All right. So let's get stuck in. Let's make my big old head go away, and we'll look at the work. Whoop. Stuff that up. That's okay. Okay. Nice cool transition. Don't know what that's going to look like post-recording, but that's okay. So, we're going to start off with an SSS triangle. And hopefully, by now you can tell me that SSS stands for side, side, side. Meaning, you can draw this triangle if you are given 3 sides. And the example question I've gone with here is the triangle ABC, and my camera is out of focus, right? The triangle ABC has the sides 4, 6, and 3. Let's draw it. Now for side, 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 you're going to need your compass and something to put in your compass. I'm just going to use this very narrow pen that just fits in this, luckily, because I just moved into a new house and I don't currently own any pencils. So I was very fortunate that this fits. It also means if I make any mistakes, I can't fix it. So, and I'm also going to need my ruler. I do not need the Brotractor for this one. All right. Although I can label some stuff if I want to, but I don't need it. So when you're doing a side, side, side triangle, step number 1 is to draw the longest side of that triangle. So that's what we're going to do. And I always recommend drawing it straight. My mouse is clicking things. Alright, I'm going to draw it straight across the bottom here. A 6 centimeter line. So from 0 on my ruler to 6. Alright, that is my 6 centimeter line. 6 centimeters. And that is BC. So if you're not too sure what that notation means, that means from angle B to angle C. So I'm going to say that angle B is here, angle C is here. It doesn't really matter which way you choose to do it, because in the end it's going to be the same triangle anyway. So that's the good news. Right. So I've got that. Now to do my other 2 sides, I'm going to have to set my protractor to a few centimeters. Now you'll notice on this, did I say protractor? I meant compass. You'll notice on this compass there is the absence of measurements. So that's not ideal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this ruler to make sure I get these measurements just about right. So let's do 3 centimeters first. So I'm just going to make sure that my 3 and my 0 are lined up there. Well, it's probably a bit hard for you to see, but I can see it. That's 3 centimeters, this gap. And my 3 centimeter line goes from A to C, meaning it's going to come from up here somewhere and join up with this C over here. So to find out exactly where, I put my pointy bit on the end of this line, and then without changing my measurements, I sort of roughly draw in this semicircle, without stuffing it up, preferably. Ooh, that was not good. Okay, not ideal, but you know, like I said, it's more about the process. It's a learning journey. Then I'm going to do the same where I'm going to measure 4 centimeters on here, having already done 3. I must have stuffed up a little bit because that already appears to be nearly 4, but that's okay. Like I said, it's about the process. Starting on B, I'm now going to draw my semicircle through here. Oh, not good, not good, not good, but that's okay. Alright, so now I have these 2 funky crissy-crossy lines. Now, where these lines cross over, and keep in mind, because I've drawn this so badly, they cross over at multiple points, but I'm going to pick this point and pretend that's the only point where my triangle crossed over. I'm going to use this to draw my lines, and if I've done it right, they should be 3 centimeters and 4 centimeters. Right? So you can see my measurements are very slightly off because I am not good at drawing things or doing things that require precision. Anyway, so it's my triangle, my 3 centimeter, my 4 centimeter, my 6 centimeter, my angle A. Alright, that's the gist of it anyway. Now to get full marks if it comes to an assessment, you just have to show me that you've done these draw lines for me to know that you've done this correctly. Okay, we'll move on to the next part, which I will require a smidgy bit of adjustment here so that we can see it. Focus. Alright, so this is a triangle that has 2 angles and 1 side, meaning it is an angle side angle or an angle angle side, whatever you would like to call it. So the A stands for angle, the S stands for side. Now, if I want to go about drawing this, it is a smidgy bit different, but not a whole lot. I am going to require... No, I'm not going to need my compass for this one. So if you hate this thing, so Euros for you, right, this can go away for now. It's time to use my protractor, right? It's huge. This is not going to go well, but that's okay. Alright. Alright. I'm going to draw my line to start off with. Always a good bit of advice is to start with drawing the line. Bang. 5 centimeter line from A to B. Or not to B. That's the question. It's a theatre joke. Anyway, Shakespeare. Moving on. Right. Now I need to do something with these 2 angles here. Right? These 2 funky angles. So I'm going to measure each of these angles by lining up my see-through protractor, which is see-through. Yeah. Anyway, my see-through protractor, right, and I line it up with my 90-degree line, which goes all the way to the bottom like it should. Right. So I'm lining that up with the end here. And for angle B, it's 40 degrees. And because I'm going this way, I'm going to be using these inside numbers. I'm lining it up with 40 degrees. Right. So I have a little dot there, which is way too far away to be a part of my triangle, but that's okay, because I line up the end with my ruler, and I'm just going to draw in some dotted lines here to say that this is a 40-degree angle back to here, right? And then I'm going to do the same for angle A. I line up my line for 90 degrees with the end of this, and it is 60 degrees, which is up here. Right? Beautiful. What a beautiful piece of work. And like before, I'm going to do some dotted stuff along here to say that this line is 60 degrees. Right, so this line in here is 60 degrees, this line in here is 40 degrees. And guess what? Where they've done their little crissy cross, that is the point of my triangle. Isn't that something? Right, so that's C in there. And I can label the information that I know. So this is 5 centimeters. If this is 60 and 40, that means in here has to be 80 degrees. Right? Stunning. Probably some of my finest work. Alright, let's flick over to some questions that I prepared earlier. What is this one? Angle side angle, which is SAS, and spells nothing else in any combination of those letters. It is SAS, and that is all. Right. So because it has angles, sides, and angles, I've got to get the whole gang together for this one. All right, the whole trio. All right. So as per usual, we're going to start off by drawing a line. So I'm going to draw the biggest line because it's the easiest way to go about it, which is line A to B. A to B, 6 cm. Stunning, right? Now I know that angle B is 40 degrees, so I line up my protractor with 40, and then I'm going to do a couple of dotted lines along here, couple of dotted lines, just so I know that this is a 40 degree line. Right? So right in here, that is 40 degrees, my friend. Alright, now the next one is 4 centimeters. Now what I can do is I can do something a bit cheating and sort of just line this up until I get to exactly 4 centimeters and draw that line. But I'm not going to do that because I'm going to do it the right way, which is to set my protractor to 4 centimeters. I'm going to start, I'm just going to scooch this up a smidge. 4 centimeters, and then putting my point on the A. This was a terrible mistake. I'm going to draw in, oh my goodness. I'm going to draw in this line here, and then where it's crossed over. Oh my goodness, that was awful. Let me do that again just to make sure. Alright. 4 centimeters. Point on the A. I'm going to draw it up there. Alright. That's a little bit better. It's probably hard for you to see because you're being blinded by light here. But it joins up with about there. Alright. Again, keep in mind if things go wrong, it's okay. Not a big deal, right? It's about the process. It's not about the solution. Right, my 4 centimeter line's there, which means my last line is here. So the last little information that I know is this is 4 centimeters and this is angle C, not the place. Cool the puns today. Alright. Last one, right angle, hypotenuse, side, right? So this one requires a little bit of thinking, and I know that's not, some of you, that's not your strong suit. No, that's me. You know, you don't want to do it, but anyway. So let's do this triangle here. Now we know that angle B, let's say angle B is here, is going to be a 90-degree angle. So I'm putting that little box in there because I know that this is going to go straight up and this is going to go straight right. Alright, then I think about what other information I have. Well, I have B to C is 5 centimeters, meaning that I can pick any direction I want here, but B to C is 5 centimeters. Alright, so B to C, 5 cm. Right, so I've got my 2 bits of info here, and now my last little bit of information, which is French. Shout out to Mr. Pike. Don't know if that's actually French. Please don't tell him I said that. I just butchered that. Okay. Now the last thing I'm going to do is go here, use my compass to draw this doobity-doo around here. Right. I know what you're thinking. You're going, that doesn't look like a triangle. But you're right, it doesn't. But what I am going to do is I'm going to measure directly straight up for my triangle, and then I'm going to use this value to do my hypotenuse, which is the longest side of the triangle, also known as the diagonal. So this is 8 centimeters, this is angle A, and that triangle's done. That wasn't so bad. Well, it wasn't great. Anyway, keep in mind, it's about the process. That's how I tell myself. Yeah, please feel free to go back and rewatch this as much as you need to. And then we're going to do an activity in class based off this. So, all right, that's me. Bye.